In the last screencast, we did electron configurations for elements falling in the S and P blocks. So today we're going to do two in the D block. I'm also going to introduce the idea of starting on a noble gas instead of all the way to the left. So let's do the electron configuration for manganese. So just like before, manganese. We're going to start at the top left for this one, just for review. So 1s, 2, it goes through both of them. So that's 1s, 2. Then we go back down to the left to 2s, and it goes through both of them. 2s, 2. Now this is 2p in here. 2p6. Then we end up back over here. 3s, 2. 3s2, now we're in 3p, and it goes through all of them. So 3p6, now we're down here. 4s goes through both of them. 4s2. Okay, here's where things get a little weird. Remember, this row of the D block is actually 3. It's actually 3D, even though it's lined up with 4s. So you just have to remember to make that 3D. And then all you do is count how many electrons it is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3d5. And I'm going to double check that this adds up to 25. So 2, 4, 6, 12, 18, 20. 5 more is 25. So we are good to go. So now I'm going to do one that's farther down and introduce the idea of using a noble gas to start with. Alright, so this time I'm going to use platinum down here. Let me switch back to blue here. Platinum. Okay, instead of starting way up here, because I'm going to have a zillion blocks to go through here, when you pick a noble gas to start with, the best thing to do is to pick the noble gas that's before it, but closest to it. So if we look at xenon here, it is before it, and again the closest one to it. So what you do is just write a parentheses, xenon, and in superscript you're going to write its atomic number. So that's the same as saying the entire electron configuration for xenon, which has a total electrons of 54. So from there you work just like you did before. We go to the left, we are in this row, which is 6s, 6s, and it goes through both. So that's 6s2. Okay, then we end up, if we just keep going right, we end up right here. But right here is element 57, which you can see is down here. This is the F block. Remember, these guys are still D block. Okay, so this is the F block. So you have to remember that the first row of the F block is 4. So this is actually 4F in here. So this next part is 4F, and you have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. It goes through all 14 of them, right? 4F14. And then if we just keep going right, we hit this one, which is the D block. So we have to figure out what row we are in the D block. This is, for the D block, this is row 3, this is row 4, and this is row 5. So we're actually in 5D. And then you would just count. There's 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5D8. Last thing I want to do is make sure that my electrons add up to 78. So 54 and 14 more is 68. 69, 70. 8 more is 78. So we are good to go. Okay, in the next screencast, I'm going to do 2 for you in the F block. 2 more that are hanging out down there.